So a bit of awkward conversations and awkward moments. I don't think we are friends anymore.
Yeah, 1, 2, 3.
So you saw my previous video, and now you're wondering about doing your shows in Japan.
Well, let me tell you everything you need to know. Rules and regulations, the performance itself, and the whole trip traveling to the location. Me and my manager Brandon, we worked 1 year to prepare a tour in Tokyo, Japan. We reached out to a lot of venues, a lot of bars, and we're able to book a lot of venues. Today I'm gonna take you to UFO Club in Koenji. It's in Tokyo, but Koenji is a district. Before I do a show, I charge on my gear, I make sure everything works, I pack in, and I start walking. I have a cart where I bind all my gear on, and then I start walking. Right now it's summer in Japan, and that means it's really, really warm and humid weather, but usually you gotta come in very early at your live show to do a sound check. So my sound check started at 4 p.m. That means I have to leave my house 2 p.m. because right now I'm staying in Kawasaki and I needed to go to Koenji. There's quite some distance between. There I was running wild in the hot summer, running to go to the bus, and of course the bus just left.
Oh, boo-hoo! Let me play a sad song for you on the world's smallest violin.
Tried to make some eye contact with the bus driver, but he couldn't care less. And so I had to wait for the next one. Luckily the next one came fast, so bang. So jumped on the bus to go to Kawasaki Station. From Kawasaki Station I just had to use the metro and the trains to go to Koenji. So I just had to sit, wait and relax and let my driver take me to Koenji. Before heading to the venue, I had a small side quest because I needed some new cables. So I found myself a near music store to get everything I needed. But traveling with a trolley sometimes is tough if you use escalators. But everything is possible when you set your mind to it, right? Tokyo City is quite modern. If you're carrying a lot of gear, no worries. They have mostly elevators. But occasionally there is no elevator or escalator and it's just you and your gear carrying yourself around. Also be prepared to get into a lot of elevators, you know? Clink, 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 clink. So let's talk about the venue.
UFO Club. And I was so happy to see they had an elevator. Only to have my dreams crushed. It was not their fault, it was my fault. They just had to unlock the elevator for me. So I was just, casually carrying my 50 kilos of gears down the stairs.
When you book a venue in Tokyo, there are a couple things to think about. Do you want to do a solo show? That means you gotta buy out the place yourself and sell the tickets yourself. Or do you want to join a band night where you can just join, don't have to pay for the venue, but there were more bands playing? I went for the latter because I didn't know how much people I could bring to the show, and I like to meet new musicians here. I like to go into the local scene, see what kind of music they make here in Japan. So I met a lot of musicians the same day. The good and bad things about a band night in Tokyo is that the venue can make their own rules about payment. So be sure to talk about these rules before you apply for such an event. In my case, the venue charged 3,000 yen for the entire band night. They would only pay out the artist if you brought over 11 people. And myself, I sold 10 tickets, I had 5 people on the guest list, and I had some crew members. So I brought 20 people, but didn't sell 11 tickets. And in Japan, rules are rules, and so no exception made. So that night, it was a great show.
It's so much fun, Oh.
I didn't earn anything. 0 yen. I was unaware of these agreements because this venue was booked by my manager and not by myself. So I didn't know the rules exactly. And most of the time, the rules are the beep, beep, beep. You get half the entrance fee of the people that you bring. This is usual in Tokyo. But this night, like I said, venues can make their own rules, so I was unaware. I think my manager was unaware. So we learned an important lesson. I often feel burdened to my fans here in Tokyo to ask them to come to my show if the entrance fee is so high Because just to put it in comparison, for 1,000 yen you can have an amazing dinner. Then you have to triple that to see your idol only for 30 minutes and then 4 other bands. No one really wants to come for a band night. They all come for you. And I think that's also why usually on these events you see almost no audience. A lot of bands, they don't bring other people. I think because of the high fees, because of the short sets, and often it's outside the center of Tokyo. But don't worry, there is also good news, because on these events you also meet other bands and you can kind of get invested in the local scene. You can meet new musicians, and for collaborational worth, I would say book yourself some venues if you come to Tokyo to play music. I'm also making this video to tell you about my experience and everything leading up to this specific event, because there was some drama. Doing a tour here in Japan, I met a lot of great musicians that I asked if they wanted to play music with me. My original music, some covers, and I also told them, hey, there's not really any money I can give you. I can give you a drink for my shows, but since the venue doesn't really pay people, since I'm an artist that doesn't really have big streams, big numbers, I don't really get anything, so it's hard work. And most of the times it's just out of passion and not out of money. The people I work with, they enjoy the fact that they can play on a stage with me, they can play my music, they enjoy the vibe I give on stage, so it's all about a passion. But this event, my bass player was sick, so I had to find another one. And on a previous show, I asked a drummer if he could like swoop in, do some drumming. And that was amazing. The dude didn't speak any word of English, but anyways, he was doing amazing, and I got his number. And later for this show, I asked him again, because he was a session musician. The guy was professional. The guy did like all the instruments. So I asked him, hey, can you do bass? And he was like, of course I can do bass, because I'm a fantastic musician. I live in Tokyo. Everyone in Japan who makes music is amazing anyway. So yeah, he helped out. But since he didn't speak any word of English, my manager, me and him kind of like in this kind of threesome kind of way, making conversations. And since he was a bit of on a professional side, he had a lot of requirements. First, he wanted to bring his whole band to play some songs, but since it was only in band night, I couldn't really give him this. Then he wanted to have some payment, and again, I couldn't give him this. Then he wanted to have some drinks, and I was like, I mean, you don't have to come, right? All out of... But he told me he did want to come and did want to play with me, so we arranged that I will buy him a drink and his friend a drink, that he would play a 30-minute set with me. So all good, all happy, right? The dude didn't came in for sound check, so I sent him my songs, I sent him my notes. Didn't came in for sound check, so he just came when we had to play, and I was like, good, you're here, let's get on stage, have some fun, I guess. Killed it, you know, even no sound check, the dude was amazing. I mean, musicians here in Japan, they're quite good, often quite good in my opinion. But then afterwards, I got him a drink. I thought all was good until he told me, or he told my Japanese friend, because, you know, he couldn't speak English, that he was expecting me to buy him all the drinks. And I didn't have that money. So a bit of awkward conversations and awkward moments. I don't think we are friends anymore. But after all, it was a really fun show. The venue was called UFO Club. And even though there's all these rules and arrangements, and even though there was this drama with my band, it was fun. I brought a lot of people that really liked my music. It was particularly my friend Peter that I met, I think, a couple days ago. I told him I had this show, he wanted to come. And I'm selling my merch, you know, I'm selling like these sweaters, but it's like hella hot here in Japan. It's like, why did I bring my sweaters? Why didn't I just make stickers or pencils or whatever? Anyways, I just made sweaters. So Peter was like, hey, I really want to have merchandise from you because I think you are amazing and I really want to remember this night. But I don't like sweaters and I also don't have money for a sweater. Sweaters are, more on the pricey side. I decided in the moment just to give it to him. I'm probably the worst businessman ever, but as long as I can make people happy, I'm happy. I gave him the sweater and then I realized, shit, I should have recorded it. But I'm also bad at recording stuff because I think it's always awkward to have like a phone next to your face. Like, oh, this is me and I have a phone next to my face. And I told him, how good are your acting skills? Can we just act like we do this again? In the moment, I'm just never thinking about recording with my phone. I'm just, enjoying the moment. That's how I love it as well. I don't want to be this awkward dude with this like camera next to his face. So please, I hope you enjoy this little theater play we created.
How should I act like? I have no clue. We just try our best, and this is not fake at all. Peter, I want to thank you for being to my show, and I want to give you my sweater for free because I think it is an amazing person. And I like you, so please have the sweater. And I think you really think it was suit you as well. It's exactly your size, actually. That's fucking dope.
Like for real.
Come here, man. Come here.
Oh my god, thanks so much, brother.
No worries, man. No worries. Please take it.
I really want the names, like shirts that your names on it. And
yeah, man. I'm so happy. I'm happy you came to my show, and hopefully, I don't know how long you stay here. Maybe like 1 more year, or maybe 5 more years. Who knows? Otherwise, I come to your country. It doesn't matter. But I do shows in your country, and well, let's hope. I mean, I'm glad for you here. And thank you so much.
so much, brother. It doesn't make sense because I love you, brother. Because
thank you so much.
I'm gonna wear it even if it's hot or something like.
I appreciate it. But don't die for me. Don't die for me. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, sorry.
Oh, again, thank you so much. I will.
Live house, live shows in Tokyo. I don't know how it is in Osaka or different cities, but this is live shows in Tokyo. I would say give it a try. I booked myself 25 shows in 3 months on this tour. Probably next year I would do maybe 20% of this. But I love learning. I think it's going amazing. People still like the music here. And I'm looking forward for next year. If you'd like to know more about music in Japan, consider subscribing, liking, sharing the video, and I don't know, leave a comment. Say like, hi, I'm a musician. Do you want to tell me more? Because I love DMing people. I love sharing my information with you. I think sharing is caring. So come through. Bye.